What's up, you guys? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, we're going to go ahead and do page 362. We're continuing to talk about the inscribed angle of an intercepted arc. And in order to be ready for our video, please make sure that you have created for our lesson today. You've created the following note cards. Make sure you've got definition of a semicircle, the division property of equality, the inscribed angle theorem, substitution property, definition of right angles, and definition of a right triangle. Those are going to be our reasons for our proof today of this video. First of all, in our diagram right here, it appears that triangle ABC is a right triangle and that B is the right angle. But we want to make sure that we can prove that this is a right triangle all the way, all the time. Our given statement is, or two statements really, because of the such that, is going to need some supporting evidence to build up a case to say that the triangle hype, HYP, is actually a right triangle. So let's go ahead and do this piece by piece all the way through. And at any point in the video, go ahead and pause it and give yourself the chance to copy, paste, and write down. Okay? Let's start with this one. We're going to say triangle HYP inscribed in a circle, because that's the first given statement. And it's given, so I want to make sure that it goes first. In fact, also, HP is the diameter of that circle, and that's what we see on our diagram up here. So in fact, yeah, that's totally true. If HP is the diameter, and then we put this R over here, the next thing that we get to say, you know what, sometimes the diagram just has the information that we need to use, like R, HRP is the major, well, it's definitely an arc. It's in fact a semicircle arc going around half of the circle. It's given by the diagram. We're using the givens to prove the next statements. Now, this next reason relies on our ability to argue what's going on with our picture. In fact, you know what? If HRP is a semicircle, then that tells us that we have the semicircle is equal to 180 degrees. Definition of a semicircle. So definition of semicircle is the third reason. This is the statement that goes with it. And I'm going to make sure that I capture that on the back of this card at some point. Now, next up is, if you know that the angle is 180 degrees, it's the intercepted arc, then half of the intercepted arc would be 90 degrees. That is the division property. Half of 180 is 90, and then half of the intercepted arc would just be 1/2 in front of it. Division property of equality. We're setting something up here. Can you tell? Did you watch the previous videos? Do you remember that when you write half of the intercepted arc, you're actually talking about the inscribed angles? Because in the inscribed angle theorem, whatever the inscribed angle is, it's going to be half of the intercepted arc. So inscribed angle theorem is our reason, and this is the statement that we would be expecting to see from the inscribed angle theorem. Okay, so we've got the fact that this intercepted arc is 180 degrees, so half of it is 90. We've got an inscribed angle on that arc. It is the 90, so we need to actually say that. We need to say that the measure of angle hype, HYP, we need to say the measure of angle hype is 90, and literally that's because we use substitution. Here's a 90, and here's a measure of angle harp, so here's a measure of arc harp, and therefore those two are going to get crossed out, slice and slice, and what's left is going to be our next statement through substitution. Substitution property goes next. All right. If an angle is 90 degrees, what does an angle that's 90 degrees tell you about its classification? It's probably a right angle. So let's say that. Let's actually say that angle hype is a right angle. If HYP was 90 degrees, that makes it a right angle. Definition of right angles is why we say. Now, that leaves us with the last statement of the entire thing. And the last statement is, if you've got a right angle in a triangle, then you have a right triangle. So therefore, triangle hype is a right triangle by the definition. And there it is, the entire two-column proof for us that shows why angle or triangle hype is a right triangle. 8 steps, You need to know how to set them up. I'll be there to help you out along the way. There it is. Most of the things that we needed to use. So make your note cards. Make your note cards with me and sort through them. In fact, you should make the final note card, because once we've proven a statement, it becomes a theorem. The inscribed right triangle diameter theorem. If a triangle is inscribed in a circle such that one of the sides of the triangle is a diameter of the circle, then the triangle is a right triangle. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell, get notified when more videos are going to drop, and I'll see you later. Bye.